Recently, I've been watching tons of Plants vs. Zombies challenge content. And people be in the game while using certain types of plants, and even using plants that were only in other games. And while watching these videos, an idea appeared within my head which led to the entire existence of this video. So today, I'm going to see if you could beat Plants vs. Zombies 2 with only flowers, and add some extra spice to the challenge. I'll be doing this in the Reflourished one, which adds tons of new levels, some balancing the plants, and some really good costumes will be shown later on. And now, without further ado, let's give our save an appropriate name and begin this challenge.
The zombies are coming.
Well, pass me this the last tutorial level, because no one wants to watch that, let's be honest here. Let me explain the rules of this challenge. As the name of the challenge says, we are only allowed to use flowers. Now, what do I consider to use as a flower? Well, here are some requirements to what I consider to be a flower. Number one, if they have the word flower in their name, or name of a different type of flower, they're clearly allowed to, They're named flower, so I should obviously be allowed to use them. Number two, if PopCap calls them a flower in some way, like in the plant's bio, in the almanac, or being called a flower in another game, I guess that counts, because PopCap calls them a flower. Number three, if the real-life plant it's based on is a flower, then, if obviously that plant is also a flower. And lastly, if I can show someone else that plant and they go, yep, that's a flower, alright, then they are allowed. Additionally, any non-flower that is planted at the start of the level is allowed in this challenge because I didn't plant them. Therefore, they are not my plants. They are someone else's, probably Dave's. Also, try not to use both the plant boost you get from the Zen Garden, along with trying to use power-ups. And lastly, both locked and loaded, the conveyor belt levels will be ignored for this challenge. I'll give them one try if they have some type of attacking power. And with all the rules out of the way, pass me beat the tutorial level and some sauce. Now what can you use that for? Oh god, a man! Now that we have entered the first stage needed, I can now introduce the first flower to our scene, Sunflower. And to those who do not know, they produce sun, which isn't very helpful against the zombies. Now look, I tried to beat this level with only sunflowers, I really did, but they don't have the stalling power that is needed to hold up the zombies to the final wave. So, beat this level normally, move on. With days 2 and 3 also being the same boat as day 1, I started to question if this challenge would even be possible. No? You could be useful. That's right, folks, Bloomerang. PopCap calls them one hero, so now that we have an attacking plant, I go back to the first 3 days and beat them the way they were meant to be beaten. With flowers. And while using sunflower as a form of defensive plant, protect my boomerangs, we beat this level, and we can finally continue on and truly start this challenge. Day 4 is just a conveyor belt level, and it does give me boomerang, so it is possible within my conditions. And day 5 is just the, the power-up showcase, so pretty boring. Day 6 is the introduction of the camel zombie. Who, it's a gang of basic zombies stuck in the forever conga line. And, sadly for them, Boomerang's main existence is to counter them, making them no problem to deal with. And yes, Sunflower is now wearing a Baron Von Bat's hat. Told you this mod's costumes were pretty good. And, hey, now that you're here, what if you give me, a subscribble? That definitely came out the way I wanted it to. Day 7 has us match of symbols to destroy zombies. But for those who weren't around during the early days, this is Camel Match. Minigame where you just match symbols to, kill the camel zombies. It's pretty fun. This could just be coming from nostalgia, though. I have no clue why it was removed from the vanilla version of the game, but I'm happy that it's here now. So thank you, Reflourished dev team, for re-adding this minigame and making ancient Egypt a bit more interesting. Day 8 is the first mini-boss stage, and luckily, level once again gives us Bloomerang. But it shows Bloomerang's damage is not that up to par. We're dealing with heavier damage plants. Two of them can barely take out a Buckethead. And they can barely even take out a Gargantuar. Even with their plant food ability, which is not that good to begin with. But, you know, this level is not that hard. And we unlock the key to the Pirate Seas, which we won't be using because we still have the rest of Ancient Egypt to go through. I am not just going to go to the next world and get my next flower. I am a man of honor. Day 9 introduces the Torch Zombie, who wields the power of arson to cook my plant alive. And while Iceberg Lettuce is the main weakness to them, but because we can't use him, this zombie could prove to be a challenge. Oh, he's dead. Alright then. Yep. Boomerang damage is good to deal with him very easily. I mean, they didn't kill any of my plants this level, but I'm sure they're meant to kill at least one plant with their fire, right? Right! Day 10 introduces the Tomb Raiser zombie, but with Boomerang Pierce, their gravestones are kind of irrelevant, making them just kind of a basic zombie with some light indigestion problems. Day 11 is the first locked and loaded level, where the game gives us a chosen amount of plants to attempt to beat this level. Now, what do they give us here? Sunflower and Bloomerang? I can work with this. And so, day 11 was beaten with my win condition. Rule conditions, what am I saying? Day 12 brings us the first of the many problem zombies, as the PvZ players like to call them. What am I doing? Pharaoh zombie hides in their sarcophagus like the cowards that they are. But once their cover has been blown, they act like a newspaper zombie and start increasing their speed. It takes at least 3 rows of bloomerangs to beat them. So, that's what we did. Day 13 is the rot infesting the first 2 lanes of my lawn. But with my strategy not needing that much space to begin with, along with there not being strong as a... What? Along with there not being a zombie stronger than a conehead, we pass this level with not much of an issue. Day 14, not much to really say. There are zombies returns. But like, we get the Zen Garden as well. We get to plant some flowers. Awesome. Day 15 is the first. The many protect endangered plant levels. This is the first level to be proven a bit of a challenge, with them sending bucketheads and throws in the same lanes as the endangered plants. This could be difficult, but thanks to bloomerangs, plant food being able to damage them enough, we passed this level with only a few close calls. Day 16 is another camel matching level. Still fun, still easy. So let's move on. Day 17 gives us a planting limit. Don't really know why, but not much of an impact to begin with, so we passed this level. Not like it was even there to begin with. Day 18 is the first plan your defense level. Now, what attacking plant can I use? Welcome to Australia. We even beat this level. Day 19 has the return of the rot, along with not allowing us to plant more than 12 plants. But once again, even with these challenges, Bloomerang shows is just piercing. Piercing is just a really good effect in this world. Probably the rest of the game as well. Day 20 is another Protect the Endangered Plants level. Well, there are some close calls with the zombies once again, like the previous one. But even with the rat horde zombies, none can match the power of Bloomerang. So, we save these sunflowers from the eternal fate of death. Day 21, another locked and loaded level. No plants we can use, so skip. Day 22 has the first reset of this entire challenge. Is it hard? Not really. More or less just a mistake on my end. But on the next attempt, making sure to save my plant food for the bucketheads and pharaohs, and a quick work of this level. Also, look at this bee costume for Boomerang. Isn't it so cute? I mean, like, once again, congrats to the art team at Reflourished. You guys are awesome. Oh hey, another demo matching level. I'm sure it would be just as fun as the last one. It was not. I struggled so hard. One of the attempts, it just died. And I still lost. God, I love this game. Day 24 is the final level of Ancient Egypt. And no, I don't care about Zomboss. He doesn't count. Because he's a nerd. Anyway, Day 24, another planar defense level. Take a wild guess on what we used. That's right, Australia. And with Day 25 being Zomboss, and once again, he's a nerd. We finish Ancient Egypt and move on to the Pirate Seas.
Captain!
Yeah?
Welcome to the Pirate Seas, a world with enough scurvy to kill 100 pirates. Well, this level was very easy, you would have thought. Some of you may have noticed a large gap in the middle of the lawn. This is the main gimmick of the world. Along with some zombies, like the swashbuckler for an example, find a way to get over these large gaps, which we cannot plant on. Anyway, this level was beaten. Oh, and by the way, here's Stone Soundflower. Yeah, we unlocked them in, the Day 24 in Ancient Egypt. I just completely forgot to mention them. Sorry about that. Day 22 introduces the Seal Zombie. With the power of bird-based transportation, which is probably, against their will, they fly over gaps and try to eat my crew of flowers. But Boomerang once again proves their importance within my team. Day 23 may just be that coconut minigame and have no worth to me within this challenge. The reward I get at the end is very, very worth it. That's right, folks. Snapdragon is also a flower. He's called one in PvZ Hero, along with being based off the dragon flower, making him allowed for this challenge. Anyway, with the addition of Snapdragon, I changed my strategy so Snapdragon is the most useful for him being short-ranged. So this level has nothing of actual note. I just wanted to introduce Snapdragon. He's really good. Day 5, locked and loaded. Day 6 has a lot of swashbuckler and seagull zombies. That's it. I don't have anything else to say about this level. It was not hard. The population of seagulls has probably gone down. Someone's probably happy with that. Day 7 introduces the barrel roller zombie. This guy attempts to crush my plants with his barrel. She also uses to transport imps to my front door, which I didn't ask for. And while he is meant to be dealt with something like spikeweed, Boomerang once again proves that Pierce is broken in this game. No barrel can stop him. Day 8 is the mini-boss stage. Day 9 has 3 lanes with gaps in them, which is perfect amount for Snapdragon. Make some roasted pirate. Freshly cooked with some salmon and seagull. Eating another easy level. Day 10 introduces the Imp Cannon. He uses the power of gunpowder to transport themselves and try to become part of the circus. And failing very horribly at that. At first, I thought Boomerang was going to be able to deal with them when I was doing some testing. because of their damage output, but I was proven very wrong. This level was beaten, not much of a problem. Day 11. Coconut cannon. Coconut cannon. Booga booga. Day 12 is nothing interesting to talk about, but look at Snapdragon! He's become that one character from the Owl House. Oh my goodness, look at him. Once again, cheers to the artist who made these. You do a great job in making them. I'm really happy with them. They're much better than the ones that PopCap does. Anyway, once again, this level was nothing of actual note. So, just really want to show off the Snapdragon costume. Day 13 has me start paying taxes by producing 3,000 sun. The loan sharks are after me. Both Sunflower and Twin Sunflower both produce enough sun quite easily to beat this level. Day 14, plan your defense. So I think you know what that means. Australia. Skyrim Edition! This was another easy. Wait, Snapdragon, no! Day 15 was the first level that was harder than it was. Probably could have been. But the challenge of this level being to make sure that the zombies don't trample these flowers, this was going to be difficult. And with the high cost of Bloomerang and Snapdragon, I couldn't get enough down before I got ran. Losing first to a swashbuckler, then losing again to a buckethead. Suddenly, an idea appeared within my head that could have allowed me to win. Planting my sunflowers one tile to the right. And with this newfound defense, I need more than enough time to stall and get more plants along, allowing the completion of this level. Day 16 has me protect these two spring beans, and make sure that they don't get eaten while they eat, because that is the only time they're vulnerable. Well, while the barrel rollers are meant to be proven to be a big threat here, because they could run over my spring beans or release their imps to eat them, Snapdragon proves that he is doing a greater job at dealing with them. Day 17 is probably one of the most pointless objectives for me to do in this entire game. With the level wanting to kill 20 zombies in 30 seconds. Do you want to see how pointless this is? I mean, like, just look. I can just wait for the huge wave of zombies to occur. And look, I have completed the task. And moving on, this level was boring. Day 18 is a locked and loaded level. It doesn't even give me sunflower. So, see any good movies recently? Day 19 has me both produce a certain amount of sun and not letting me let the zombies walk over the flowers. Well, I did lose once. I solved this problem of loss by not starting my attack with Skyrim. And with sunflower reducing the required amount again, I passed the level. Day 20, another coconut cannon level. Please give me some actual levels. Ah! Day 21 has me produce more sun. Okay, look. What loan shark did I anger to have to produce this much sun to them? This level was not even that hard for the fact that we are in the last 4 levels of the world. The sun amount wasn't even hard to reach. I beat this level. Could have done me something interesting. Day 22 is a plan your defense level. So you know what that means? Yep, welcome back to Australia. Yes, I will continue to make this joke. You can't stop me. I think this is probably the most memorable level of Pirates 2. With its low placement for you to build a defense, along with its high use of swashbucklers and imp cannons, making this a pretty memorable level out of the entire game. Probably one that most players think of when they think of Pirate Seas. Even though the imp cannons didn't even blow up this level because I am just that good at this game. Day 23 is never don't let your zombies go over the flowers level. Yippee. It was way too easy for the second to last level of the world. Did PopCap just like mess up the order of the levels and have this one appear sooner? I'll never know. This one was like super easy for like the last level, almost the last level. Seriously, PopCap, you could have done better. Day 24 is the final level of Pirate Seas. Excluding the boss. Still a nerd. And turd is the hardest. Having to protect the spring beans in the gap lanes may look easy at first to some of you, but with them wombo comboing of sending swashbucklers to activate spring beans, and then sending out seagull zombies to eat them up, There's also Captain Zombies having the parrots, which game they took the spring bean. Are you gonna? Oh, yep, there we go. And after failing to a seagull zombie, on my next step, they're letting a seagull zombie take a lumber. Don't worry, it's totally part of my plan. That wasn't by accident. Along with using spring beans plant food whenever they were in trouble, I managed to beat this level. Name is Zomboss being a walk in the park. I beat Pirate Seas. Now let's move on to the Wild West.
I
don't speak German neither. I'm here for money.
Giddy up, y'all, to the Wild West, located in Texas. No, I am not kidding. The main gimmick of this world are these minecarts, which allow me to move my plants from the lawn wherever the minecarts can go, which were useful to me during the early parts of the level. Now, before we begin this level, we have quite a bit of gems now. I think it's time we unlock our first gem plant. So welcome everyone to Buttercup, our first wall plant, and our only wall plant. Meaning the mass murder of sunflowers is finally over. Hopefully. When Buttercup starts getting eaten by a zombie, you'll fling butter onto the ground, stunning any zombies who walk on it. And while some may seem to be a bit overpowered for this challenge, making it trivial, Buttercup's main weakness is their low HP, being easily overwhelmed when attacked by many zombies at once, compared to something like a walnut. But Buttercup also proves to be quite a useful aid in the later levels. So let's continue on. Day 2 introduces the Prospector zombie, who uses dynamite to blast jump over my defenses and eat them from behind. I may not have a plant that can attack from behind, but the minecarts can help with that. I can use Bloomerang to attack a zombie in front of them, then move them out of the way so their Boomerang moves to attack the Prospector. Buttercup is also a good counter against them, thanks to their butter. And with this strat, they are countered and this level is beaten. Day 3 introduces the Piano Zombie, and with his horrid music skills, not only can he destroy an entire district and potentially kill someone's wife, causing an entire lore arc, it also causes basic zombies to start dancing, make them change lanes. And while Piano Zombie could be a threat in future levels, Snapdragon takes care of them easily. Day 4, another minigame level. Just skip it already, move on to Day 5 introduces the Poncho Zombie, who sometimes has a metal grate under their poncho, basically making them not much different from a basic zombie and bucketheads. This level was not that hard. These guys are not much of a threat. Day 6, another plan your defense level. Bloomerang, destroy. Day 7 is basically the same as Day 5, just without the Prospector zombies. The another threat to fight in the level. So I have nothing to talk about here. We beat the level. Day 8, another mini-boss level. Look, there's so many times I can just say, alright, let's skip the level. And then I just said it. Day 9 is a locked another level. Come on, game, please, give me some content for me to actually show. Day 10 introduces the Chicken Wrangler zombie, who's known to be one of the most threatening zombies in the game, at least in this world. Releasing his horde of chickens when taking enough damage. Sadly for these chickens, they're really weak to pierce attacks, which Bloomerang and Snapdragon are really good at. Once again, pierce damage is really good in this game. No wonder Fume Shroom is the only ranged attacker with Pierce in the original game. If there were more, the game would have been easier than it already is. Day 7 has us leave a college student not have us going our spending limit, even with the high cost of my plants. The minecarts let me to have 2 boomerangs on each to protect every lane, which allowed me to beat the level. Day 12, another minigame level. But this time it gives me Boomerang. And now I want to see if this level can be possible with only Boomerang. It wasn't. Also a Buckethead. Okay, can this level be beaten with only Boomerang plus a single lightning read? Yes, it very much is. Day 13 introduces the Zombie Bull, who is in fact not a zombie, or a bull. They're a robot. Lying punk. Then they step on the lawn. The bull will begin its mighty charge towards your base, stopping at the first plant it runs into and flinging the imp on its back towards your plants. And we can just put a plant in front of it before it even enters the lane, so it just throws the input not that far. This level was simple even with the legend of Poncho and Prospector zombies would like to throw at me. Day 14, the return of the chicken wrangler zombie. Well, it wasn't easy to do. I want to bring attention to this bug I found. When chicken zombies touch buttercups and butter tiles, they're just standing there. Day 15 contains the last objective to the game. I think. But the level wanted me to not let X amount of plants die. This could be hard. We use more than just basics and piano zombies. Day 16 is kind of new. With me moving around the endangered walnut, we need to keep close attention to the walnuts, make sure it doesn't get eaten for too long, or else it'll die. Plus, it was not too hard, but it has an older brother, a younger brother, but we'll be showing him. Older or younger, take her back. Day 17, and ever don't let the zombies cross the flowers. With the big threat here being zombie bulls, who could fling their imps into the lanes, but unfortunately for the imps, they're as frail as anything that isn't a flower, so everything else here allow me to beat the level. Day 18 is a planar defense level, and what that means... Wait, Australia didn't work? Okay, how about Skyrim? Oh, it didn't work either. Now hear me out. Yes, this worked somehow. Thanks, Buttercup. Told you would be useful later on. Day 19 gives me the objective of not spending a certain amount of sun, well, that's losing more than 2 plants. Peppering was a good choice for this level thanks to their appears, so they can deal with large the zombies, as they usually do. But this level also shows Buttercup's biggest weakness with their HP. And while this is not that big of a problem in most levels, because you know, you can just replace them, but with me not wanting to lose plants in these types of levels, it can be a bigger problem. A problem that will be shown in a level soon to come. Day 20 is another darn minecart level. Why so many? Day 21 Day 21 once again puts me on a spending limit. The objective: the zombies shall not pass the line. That's a little... This is a level that devs thought would be a challenge to players, but just isn't. That could be because of my high skill level with this game. Or, you know, maybe the level was harder early on, in the early days. I'll never know. But it was easy to beat. Another locked and loaded level. Alright, just move on to the next level, please. This level's just boring. Day 23 was by far the hardest level I had to face so far. Being only allowed to let 1 plant die? Yikes. And with how low Buttercup's HP is, making him susceptible to the process of consumption, this could be difficult. I lost twice trying to beat this level. First time was getting more plants eaten than I wanted to. And again, when chicken zombies crossed the flower line before Snapdragon could kill them. Winning an attempt was still very nerve-wracking. Chicken zombie eating a buttercup. My focus was put into hyper mode, keeping track of every buttercup and how much they eat. And with my ultra instinct focus in hand, this level was beaten. But God, was it a challenge. Day 24. Final level of Wild West. And the return of the minecart from day 16. Using a similar strategy as before, I beat this level, even with the large amount of chicken zombies and bulls. It was actually not that hard, considering the last level. And with Zomboss out of the way, we beat the Wild West. Now let's move on to the far future. Well, if you've reached this part of the video, then thank you for watching. I know I said I was going to do far future, but I'm only saying that because if I ever do like a super compilation of every single part, which there will be more of, be prepared, I want to be able to easily edit it to one huge part. But yeah, this is quite different from my usual content, say, except for I think. My memory sucks. So yeah, if you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and hey, who knows, maybe I might start doing some other stuff. It's drastically different from what I usually do. You can look at it on Twitch, I might start streaming. But I'll probably put an announcement on here if I do. So, yeah, don't want to keep you guys for too long, so thank you for watching, and goodbye. Y'all have a lovely day.